สัพเพธัมมานารังอภินิเวสายะธรรมทั้งหลายทั้งปวงบ่ควรยึดมั่นถือมั่น We should not attach with any Dharma. Dharma, that is the nature. We should not attach with the nature. If we attach with the nature a lot, we suffer a lot. Because the nature cannot do whatever we want. Good evening, everyone, brother, sister, grandpa, grandma, friends, and everyone. How are you today? Welcome again to my live stream. What we are going to talk about today. You remember? We talk about the Charnel clouds. That is really important. Yeah, it's important. But maybe not for someone. But it's necessary for the who practice mindfulness. Because you are really scared. You're scared of the spiritual, the ghost, or whatever. If we learn about the Charnel crowd, learn about the dead people, we will know. We will know the nature of our body. You don't have to scare the dead people. It's like who's working in the funeral service. The workings in over there. Every day they saw a lot of dead people. And they saw the dead body. They just feel nothing. And I heard someone said who work in the funeral home, when he walks, he heard like someone follow him, follow him. But when he look back, nothing's in over there. You think it's possible? Maybe. Sometimes it's not maybe. That's real. Or I heard someone said their house is close to the cemetery, and they saw the kids. The kids they play, in the cemetery. And she said, "Who is that? Why they are doing there?" And she is going to ask them. And she walked to them. They disappear. oh, she said, maybe it's the ghost. But sometimes it happens. But I am not sure. I used to see when I was young. I go with my brother. At that time, I wasn't a monk yet. I am about 17 or 18 years old. At the night time, in the morning, it's raining. That day it's raining. And my mom wake me up to get the frog. At that time, the frog is coming, and my mom asked me to go to get the frog, and I have the flashlight on my head, and looking for the frog like that. With my brother, my second brother, younger brother, my second younger brother, and when I saw, it looked like what do you call the cow, the baby cow, the baby cow, just only one. He looked at the big tree, the tree. He looked over the tree like this. I think, who's the cow, is it? Why he is alone? Where is the other cows? And I think I want to go too close to him or her, but I don't know. And now it's a boy or girl, male or female. But close there, that my village believe they have the hill and the tree allowed to heal, and they believe like in that hill is nobody can touch in there because that is really holy, and they have some ladies ghosts in over there. So at that time, I don't know anything about the Dharma. But when I saw the baby cow, and I tried to go to close him, and he looked at me, he looked at me like this. But I don't tell my brother, And when I go close to him, the first I saw just only two eyes. Two eye reflects to my to my flashlight. Only two eyes. But when I go closer, it looks like it scared me. When I look at him, it's a lot of eyes, like 1,000 of eyes. I say, I'm just thinking like, oh, it's not the baby cow. Maybe something else. And I don't tell my brother. He's scared. I just grab his hand and take him to the other in somewhere else. And I never tell him, that is the ghost or not, I don't know. That is the one time in my life I saw it. But at that time, why I don't scare, I don't run away, because I heard some people say, if you see the ghost, don't run away, don't run. If you run, you never stop. You never stop. And it make your mind become too crazy. Yeah, that I heard. Some people say that. So I never run away. I have to pay attention to myself. You know, at that time I don't know how to practice meditation or anything, but I just pay attention to myself like the ghost cannot do anything with a human. Just only the human scare the ghost, you know. So at that time I try to concentrate to myself. So today I am going to talk about the 7 channel ground, 8 channel ground, and 9 channel ground. The 9 is the last one, the last day of the channel grounds today that I am going to talk about. If I finish this, this chapter, maybe it make your mind stronger, or you know about the nature of the body, or our mind can become nature, and we don't have to fear anything about the spirit, the spiritual. So what is the 7 channel grounds? The Buddha said, Punakhaparang Bhikkhave Bhikkhu. And again, monks, as if a monk were to see a body discarded in the channel ground, reduced to bleached bones of cell-like color. How to pronounce bleached bones. BLEACHED. Like the bone is nothing in there, just only the bone of the of the people who passing away. The bone is look like a shell, like a color. The shell, shell-like color. The bone is really white, right? Like a shell. When you see that, maybe someone's scared, or someone is really scared of the bones. That is number 7. Number 8, channel ground. And again, monks, as if a monk were to see a body discarded in the charnel ground, reduce the bones more than a year old, lying in a heap. Lying in a heap. Heap, HEAP, is that the bone is lying in the heap. And number 9, and again, monks, as if a monk were to see body discarded in the Charnel ground, reduced to cotton bones, crumbling to dust. Rotten like a ROTTEN, rotten bones, crumbling to dust, crumbling, CRUMBLING, like a crumbling to dust. That is the bone. That is number 9. Then the Buddha said, he then applied this perfection to his own body. Thus, truly, this body of mine too is of the same nature. That bone is like our my bone. Isn't the same nature. It will become like that. Our bone is become like the other who passing away in one day. In the future, we will be like that, crumbling. How I pronounce crumbling? Yeah. And it will not escape from that. Never escape. We cannot escape from that. Our bone is like him or like her, And thus, that's a thus, right? THUS. Iti. In Pali word, iti, like a thus. He dwells contemplating body in the body internally. Internally. Or he dwells contemplating body in the body externally, inside, outside. Inside and outside. Or he dwells contemplating body in the body, both internally and externally. When we meditate, we close our eyes, but we can see inside the body and outside the body the same time. You will see that. Internally and externally. Yeah. Internally and externally. That I should have more than. Let me see. Internally and externally. Where is it? Hold on. Let me see. Channel ground. I have more. Sorry, hold on. 6, channel 9, Charnel 9. And internally and externally, he dwells contemplating the phenomenon of arising in the body. The phenomenon of arising in the body. Or he dwells contemplating the phenomenon of passing away in the body. Or he dwells contemplating the phenomenon of arising and passing away in the body. This is in our body. So, his mindfulness that where is the body is maintained in him. To extend simply for knowledge, only for mindfulness. He dwells independent of craving and wrong views. He clings to nothing in the world. Cling is like attach. Attach nothing in the world. This is how a monk dwells contemplating body in the body. That is the end of the Nine Cemetery Contemplations. Can we go and go back to detail? We should talk more about that. The bone, that is the white bone in our body, and everyone's bone is the same. It's become white. Whoever you are, what nationality you are, you think it's different? The bone is not different. Who you are, what skin color, maybe you different skin color, different race, but the bone is the same color. That you think? You think it's you agree with that? If our bone, when we die, is the same color, why we have to separate each other? That is yours, that is mine. The bone, you don't need it. You just need the bone who passing away, that is your loved one, right? The essence. Maybe you keep your bone in the cemetery or belly. If you think like that, everyone's bone is the same. Even yourself, even your bones is the same color. Will you scare anymore? If you scare another one's bone, you should scare your bones, because you have bones in here. You see, like a teeth here. You scare your teeth. You scare your head. Where is your eyes? This is your eyes. This is my eyes. But when I die, where is the eyes? It's nothing. The eyes is not over here. Not ears in here. Not nose in here. Just only the holes in here. And the skeleton. No eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue. You know, everyone is the same. We should look at each other. It's the same. What's that? My leg bones look different. Knees repressed. Maybe someone, they don't have hand, they don't have leg, is different, right? But that is, we call some accident, special. But most of our is the same. And our bone is over 1 year. Over 1 year, just only the bone. If you don't cremate it. Most of Chinese people, they don't, you know, in my country, in Laos, like 2 to 3 years, they just bury with a coffin, with a casket. And later on, they bring back, they take back and boil the whole body, you know, and just only they put the bone is together. Where is the head? Where is the arm? You know, the bones, arm, the leg meets here, or the body, and put in the coffins again. Then the bellies again. I saw that, you know. That, I think at that time, I really scared. I never think that is like a mine. Because I don't never think about, you know, I never dwelling about that. Why I scared? So, the bone will be the to look like a dust, like an ashes later on, whatever. You don't cremate, but later on, it look like an ashes to be the ground, to be the earth. That we coming from the nature, and we come to the nature. We return to the nature, right? So, if you know about this, you never scare about the death, about the die. Whatever you will die with accident, or you will die with old age or sickness. It's not your job. Not our business. If it's not our business, we have to be die? No. Not yet, not yet. Hold on. hold on. Because the death day is not. It's on our duty, not our responsibility. Because die, if you scare die, you will die. If you don't scare die, you will die. Why you have to scare? Why we don't pay attention to take care of our body now? You should take care what is a healthy food, what is a healthy drink, vitamin, to take care of yourself, to make you strong, to make you healthy. Why you don't take care about your mind? Because the mind controls your body. So we can take care of our body with our food, with our clothes, with our house, with our medicine. We don't let our body get suffering. We don't let our mind have suffering. We should free from suffering. In one day, we will die. We don't want to be suffering. We have to find out how to get rid of that suffering. What is the suffering's cause? Death, right? Why you don't want to be dying? Because of love. You love yourself. You love your family. You love your country. You love your whole world. But why you don't have loving kindness to yourself, to the being, to the human together? That is our responsibility. To have a lot of compassion together. That is our responsibility. The loving kindness we should do. That is our duty. That we can do. We can create it if we have a little loving kindness. We should make it a lot. We should have it a lot. We should create it. Because loving kindness is good for us. Good for yourself. Good for your community. For your family. For your country. For your nation. Universe. We should create it. Because loving kindness, we should create it. We can do it. Unity, we can do it. The healthy, we can do it. The wealthy, we can do it. That's our job to do. But the death is not our job. If we have a lot of mindfulness, maybe we don't get accident. We don't die with accident. We don't die with suicide. That is so pretty, too petty about suicide. Because the mind, the thought, is so short. The eye, the panya, the wisdom is so low. The mind is very close. They don't see anything is better. They see only die is better. So why he or him make himself passing away? You know? How? What is the benefit? A lot of the benefit when we are thinking of our skeleton, our bone. You know, we don't scare to die. You know, we don't separate each other. We don't look down each other, or we don't jealous each other. We don't separate. We don't have ego together because our bone is the same color. If you think like that, what is happen? You know, what is happen? Our mind it reflect to ourselves. When you meditate, your mind is come back to breathe in and breathe out. This is we can do. That is our job. This is our business. If you let the nature to make your business, breathe in and breathe out with nothing. If you pay attention to breathe in and breathe out, your mind is come to closer and open. You know, though your mind is really dark and awakening, that is really very important. Awakening, close and open. That is the wisdom, the wise we need. And we don't attach with anything. Like I say, Satipaṭṭhāna langapinivesaya. We don't attach with anything in this world. But don't misunderstand. Don't misunderstand. Don't attach with anything. You don't have anything. No. You have everything. Attachment is inside your mind. When you meditate, you make your mind free. Open your mind. It's make your mind like a cello. You know, and empty at that time. When you sit meditation like this, breathe in and breathe out. You know, whatever your job is really important. But it's not here right now. You cannot do right now. It's in your office. It's at work. And in someone else. But I want you to be free right now. To be mindful right now. To your mind. To yourself. You see your body is look like the empty body. I know you have hair, head, ear, nose, or whatever. Like we learn. But it look like you feel like nothing. Only that time. You know. And when you stop, and your mind feel like you have nothing, you never get suffering with anything. Why you have to suffer with? Because you attach. You worry. You worry a lot. That is you worry too much. It's make you get a dumb mind. For example, if you are a teacher, you are a teacher. When you go to school, you teach your student. At first, when you don't have experience, you just worry a lot. Oh, what I have to teach my student today? You have to prepare, to prepare what you have planned to teach today. At the night time, you have to write it down. I have to teach like this, like that. When you go to school, you go to your class. You teach your students what you plan. But how about later on, you remember about your lesson to teach? You have experience about that. You prepare to do? No, because you have experience already. You don't have to think much about that. Anything. If you have mindfulness, your mind is open. It's like you have that lesson, the lesson of the life in your mind. Why you don't have to worry? Why you don't have to suffer? Because you know everything. You know already. But something you cannot do by yourself. You have to ask other people to help. Because the job, everyone is not the same. Why we have the president? Why we have the governor? Why we have the senator? Why we have mayor? Why we have teacher? Why we have doctor? Why we have lawyer? Because it's their job. But for us, we cannot do everything. But we can use our wisdom to solve the problem. But with attachment. That is the Dharma. That is the nature. That is your duty. Because the Dharma is a lot of meaning. A lot of meaning. Someone said Dharma is a teacher, the teaching of the Buddha. The Dharma is like a nature. The Dharma is like your duty. It's your responsibility. Whatever you do, you talk. If you talk the truth, that is the Dharma. If you talk a good thing, that is a good Dharma. If you are really bad mouth, you are a bad Dharma. Whatever you see, if you see everything, you have a lot of loving kindness when you see, that is good Dharma. When you see everything is down, that is the bad Dharma. Whatever you hear, good or bad, is Dharma. That is the Dharma, is nature. The Dharma created the people. Because it's the nature. Water is Dharma. Fire is Dharma. Air is Dharma. Water is Dharma. Why we say that the Dharma is the teaching of the Buddha? Because the Buddha, the first one who know about this nature. Why the Buddha, he left home to practice his meditation? Because he is scared about die. He don't want to die. When he saw the dead people, he said, "Oh, I will be die in the future. My fathers will be die. My mothers will be die. My families will be die. Everyone in this world will be die. I want to find out. I don't want to be die." And he left home. He left his family. He has beautiful eyes. He has lovely son, just born. He loves his palace. He has a lot of power. He is really well known and wealthy. He will be a king. But he left. Because he said, "I am going to looking the way to get out of death." But when he found out, "Oh no, I can't. Nobody can." That is the nature. But what I can do it. I know I will be dying, but I don't want to be suffering. The suffering is really important. I should have peace. I need peace. We should living with happiness. But whatever, if you need happiness, you need peace, you need nirvana, you should have attachment. Drink. What's it happen? You will be dying.